Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Boothe review. So, for this review, we are going to be taking a look into the new Christopher Nolan movie, Tenet. So, if you like this shirt, tell us what you think these all mean. This is kind of like a cute thing that I got him for...
It's a Christopher Nolan shirt.
So, can you name these in the comment section and let us know what they mean?
Which one's which? Yeah.
So,
one's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
But
I know that one. So, Tenet is very hard for me to explain. So, pretty much I can only express to you. We're going to do like we're going to go over like what the movie is about, and then, because we don't want to spoil it.
Might be some spoilers in this.
We'll try to tell you ahead of time.
Yeah.
So, pretty much the premise of the movie is there's time traveling and jumping, and I'm gonna let him take it over.
So, yeah, so essentially it's a spy movie. It's another, I want to say it's government-funded agency, I guess, or some kind of, agency.
I don't understand.
And in order to save the world, they need to invert time.
Yes, that's
Inversion.
a key word. That's a key word for the movie.
And basically what that means is so they can't do the whole Back to the Future travel from one date to another.
Are we spoiling anything?
This is not really. This isn't too much of a spoiler.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, but what they can do is they can travel back in time, but they just got to go through the events
Right.
that they already went through.
So it takes a while.
Yeah.
So they literally are like reversing time, going through it. Slightly confusing, right? It's Christopher Nolan, so that's what's going to happen.
He makes you think. He really
does. So we live in Maryland, and our theater's technically open this weekend, but not really in our area. So we had to travel to Virginia, which the theater that we chose was over an hour away because this man loves Christopher Nolan.
I would do it for him. Yeah.
He would. He was very excited. So we did, and all in all, the trip was good. It was very exciting being back in the theater, just sitting there and enjoying everything. Now, I can say that he has read some reviews, and it didn't bother him, but it did bother me. It is a very loud movie.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So
it's as loud as one yet.
So what I can say is, I have really good hearing. So for me, the sound was so loud I could hardly hear some of the words because of how loud the background was. So for me, that was very overwhelming.
You're not the
for
first
me.
person that
Whereas
said this.
he has hard of hearing and he could hear everything perfectly.
I can't tell you why. I heard every line of dialogue fine.
It sounded like
that's why it was so weird to me when you said that, because I thought
he started laughing.
I thought maybe other people were experiencing theater issues,
right?
Their sound system, but no, we were in the same theater, sitting right next to each other.
Yeah,
you had an issue and I didn't. So
it's like they were talking with a mask on. It was muffled, but it was very loud at the same time. So I missed a lot of the dialogue actually, but that still wouldn't make it better for me, honestly. But
yeah, I actually
it was missing a lot for me. But I love Christopher Nolan. Do not get me wrong. I do love Christopher Nolan movies.
You have some favorites. You like The Prestige.
I love The Prestige.
The Dark Knight saga.
I mean, it's Dark Knight. Of course we like it. It's our whole living room is freaking
right.
Batman. But other than that, to me, it's just me. You can get angry with me in the comments. It's fine. That's what we are here for. I didn't feel that there was a plot whatsoever. Now, I know Christopher Nolan movies you have to re-watch over and over to understand them.
You have to watch it and then watch it in reverse in this case.
Well, maybe
probably.
I have to watch it in reverse. So I did not understand it. It's 2.5 hours long, maybe a little longer. So for me, it was lacking a plot. But of course, I know there's a plot. I just don't know what it was.
That's a great point. I mean, 2.5 hours. I will say for 2.5, it didn't feel that long.
Not to you.
To me, it actually went. I felt it went by fairly smoothly. There is a lot going on, and the movie's just pushing along.
I mean, they throw a lot at you.
Yeah.
All at once. They're like, I mean, it's constant. It's not like a slow movie whatsoever.
No.
It's just, it's a Nolan movie. There's a lot of things thrown at you. And,
there wasn't a lot of time to breathe.
And you don't really know what's important and what's not important. So that's the thing. So, like, a lot of things are thrown at you, and you don't know what to pay attention to, which is like Inception, which is like all of those. So it's like, once you rewatch it again, you're going to be like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. Yeah. Whereas when you're watching it first time, you're just like, what the heck did I just watch?
Yeah.
Because I don't understand what just happened. I do want to tell you that Robert Pattinson did fantastic in this, and this is setting him up very nicely for his nice dramatic like role for Batman coming up. Mm-hmm. So I think this role sets him up very nice, and I'm very excited. He did a great job, and
the acting was actually really good in this. John David Washington, who's the lead. Mm-hmm. He doesn't even have a name. He's called the protagonist. It's the second Nolan movie in a row where his lead character doesn't have a name.
True.
Dunkirk, almost any of his characters had names.
Sailor one.
And then this is another one. But he did a good job. Elizabeth Debicki, who was the woman.
Yes. I don't understand her story, but that's another point.
Everybody was really good in this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they all brought their A game, which is good to see.
Correct.
They probably just had no idea what the hell was going on.
I mean, that could be a Nolan thing, too. Like, they might not know what's going on.
They did as good as they could. And honestly, when I think about it, they probably had to film things. Like, generally, you film a scene more than once, but they probably had to film it not only once going forward. They probably had to do a couple things going backwards.
Spoiler
I know you just reverse stuff in the filming, like in the editing process.
But Nolan doesn't do that.
But I'm sure there was some parts where they actually had to, like, do something backwards.
I was wondering, so towards the end, there's like I don't want to say fight scene, but kind of like a battle scene. It's not a spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's in the trailers.
And I'm thinking that the people really had to run like backwards.
Yeah.
And I'm very intrigued because like they had to do all these things like backwards, and those like stuntmen and those actors and those extras, they did fantastic. Like it was
scene is actually it might be the best scene. Obviously,
it was crazy.
It's towards the end. And
of course it is. It's wrapping up
everything going on, and then the reverse stuff the inversion stuff that's happening, and it's we
can't spoil anything.
it's really creative. It's something I haven't seen. I can't. I want to know
what goes on in Christopher Nolan's brain, because
I have a theory that he's a time traveler, like himself. That's why he knows what to do with time.
Interesting.
He's just giving us the info. Mm-hmm. Whether or not we can accept it or learn from it, I don't know.
Interesting.
But I think that's where I'm at. That's the only thing that makes sense in my mind.
Well, let's do our scores.
All
right, I'm going to do mine first because mine's probably not going to be that good. Okay, so I put a little note on Nolan. I put a little note on it.
Put on there.
I put, Nolan fans will enjoy.
Yeah.
You must see it more than once to understand it. I'm giving it a C-.
That's
because
fair. That's fair.
I personally, again, I did not understand it. So, at the moment, I'm giving it a C-.
That's fair. I mean, there's a lot of strong stuff in it. The cinematography's strong. The choreography's strong.
Yes.
The editing is strong. The soundtrack is amazing. I will agree with you, though. The storytelling portion of it.
It was weird.
It's hard to keep up.
Yep.
And it's the first time in a while that I haven't given Nolan movie an A. Because of that, I'm giving it a B+.
B+.
Yeah, which is honest. It's the first B+ I've given to a Nolan movie since The Dark Knight Rises. Every other movie,
and we were in that.
Yeah, it's extras. So, and it's not to say that this is obviously B+. It's not a bad movie. No. It's just there's stuff that's great on film. It's great to see, and everything's cool and whatnot. But there is a storytelling flaw, if you will. Maybe once we see it more, we'll figure it out.
Maybe. I'm
half tempted to download the script that's coming out soon. So.
He is. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching our review.
Hopefully you enjoyed this somewhat.
Yes. Make sure to comment what we think that these mean on his shirt. Comment below.
Just pull it up closer. There you go.
There you go. Comment below. Hit that like button. Hit the bell button. We would love to get some more subscribers. New movies are coming out, so you'll be seeing us more.
Yeah, September's actually really exciting. This is the most exciting weekend we've had since we've been doing reviews since kind of Oscar season.
Yep. So, thanks as always, and stay tuned for the next one. On to the next. Bye.